What's up, y'all? Cricket rockstar Devo Tyra Ordain here. I'm not happy, I'm heartbroken, but at the same time, angry. And here's why. Firstly, tonight, or should I say Wednesday night, was the final match of the Trinidad leg in the Caribbean Premier League. And what was more heartbreaking was that I didn't even get a chance to meet and greet the star players of the Trinbago Knight Riders for pics and autographs. I'm happy that the team is performing wonderfully and have already qualified for the playoffs, but meeting them for pics and autographs would have made it even a lot better. But coming to them now, what has me so angry, what has me so extremely angry, was the way how TKR performed with the bat tonight against the St. Lucia Kings in their final home game before heading on the road. Whenever they bat first, they always tend to struggle defending totals, and yet again, that negative approach was exposed. This is just after posting 110 on the board after being bowled out. That was the game right there. The game was dead and buried. The game was dead and buried in the power play when your openers and a couple other guys failed to get starts. By the time when Kings had bowled out the Knight Riders, the game was gone. Through, finished. The St. Lucia Kings, beg your pardon. Why mixing up St. Kitts and St. Lucia for in the first place? What the fuck? St. Lucia Kings, the defending champions, won the toss and elected to field first, in which the decision did pay off dividends as their bowlers put on a displayed performance, restricting TKR to 109 all out in 18.1 overs. That is inside 19 overs. South African wrist spinner Shamsi was the standout bowler for the Kings, and his performance earned him the Player of the Match award with figures of 3 wickets for 19 runs from 4 overs. If you look at that TKR batting lineup, it was extremely disappointing all round. Only Captain Nicholas Puran top scored with 30 of just 27 deliveries, while the rest of the batting order was a complete no-show. 6 batters made less than double digits. And you see, I have a right to get angry because this was a side that was performing well the last few games with the bat. And again, you have to say, whenever you're performing good and you're being overhyped, you disappoint your own fans. Look at St. Lucia Kings. They came out playing very aggressive and were determined to overtake the net run rate. When they came out in pursuit of the 110, they made light work of it in just 12 overs, or should I say 11.1 overs respectively, and 7 wickets intact. Tim Seifert, the New Zealand international, he led the charge with a brute force quick-fire 36 of 19 deliveries. And Akeem August, the St. Lucian, he contributed with 28 of 18. The victory tonight by the St. Lucia Kings moved them to the top of the standings, with the Knight Riders have already been qualified, already on the same amount of points, but the difference was the net run rate, and that's going to come back and bite them. When you're in good form for the last 4 or 5 games, when you were undefeated, you should always make adjustments to your team, and this is what TKR failed to do. They failed to do it in the last game. In fact, they should have done it after the last game, but today they were stubborn, and look what has happened. In some other video, I will tell you all who will be TKR's 11, who in my opinion should be in TKR's 11 for the last 2 away games against the Amazon Warriors and the Royals leading into the playoffs. Both teams, the Kings and the Knight Riders, have already qualified, which means that they can alternate its 11 for the remaining couple of games on the road. With that said, let me also clarify something that I said earlier on today. One of my female friends from down at Palmeiras asked me, what do you mean by reaching the playoffs? So I'm going to clarify it right now for those who don't follow cricket regularly. Excuse me. What I meant by reaching the playoffs is when you win a specific number of matches to reach the playoff stage, in case with the CPL or in the old days, just like with the current days of the Caribbean Premier League, if you win at least 5 or 6 matches out of the possible 10, you then qualify for either the semi-finals in how it was back in the day, or as what they use nowadays, the playoffs, as what is concerned. The Kings, however, they played wonderful cricket from the beginning of the match and all the way to the very end. If you look at that spell from Topples, Shamsi in the middle, that was simply world class. But at the top, Kyrie Pierce's double strike literally was the turning point in which the Knight Riders simply lost the game. You see those two spinners, they were the reasons why the Kings won that game inside the first 10 overs of tonight's game. They were simply brilliant, and that was the difference between the two sides. If you look at TKR, they were not in their best position tonight, or should I say they were just overconfident from winning the last few games, and the amount of foolishness they did not only stressed out the fans but made your opponents and nemesis laugh at you all. It's unacceptable in how they batted the 109 runs. There should not be a repeat of that. We already saw what happened with the 95 in the CPL final, and I'm asking the team to stop the foolishness. Pick your best 11 rather than picking a friend, family, or whatever motherfucker you're talking about. Yeah, if you want to win titles, you need to get your best 11 players out on the park. And from what I saw tonight, a few of the players that were in the 11 don't deserve to be on the team. End quote. That's it for this video. Hope you guys liked it. Like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this. And you are going to see more rants here and there. But I just had to rile up the people because after seeing that batting performance from TKR, that made me so mad, so pissed off, and wanted me to cuss even further. So until I flame out again, be good, be cool, stay frosty, and we'll continue. Bye for now.